I want for today, it's going to be close to that one. I want to do it a little bit better because I've just been staring at that plane. When I say that plane, I mean the Adam 700. And that was a quick mock-up I came up with there. Probably could have saved myself some time if I just would have kept it up, but it's okay. We're not going to panic. Grab this guy. And we're going to say 4. Sounds great for that, right? No, it's probably actually 3. Just got to bring it back down to size. That is a 4 out right there, and we got to start tucking it in at that point, I think. We're gonna leave that there. We're gonna take a peekle gander. I'm gonna grab some other parts first, though, I guess. I'll throw this one out there. No, that doesn't cut it. Why? 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 Is that a 3? That is a 3. Then that was my mistake. I wanted the 4. And now looking at that, I don't like it already. Is it possible to take that in? It is. I believe. Stop. Just listen to me. You're gonna have to trust me here, parts. These are the things we want you to do right now. I'm gonna get rid of you. Then we're gonna flip that one. Already don't like it. That is way... What? No way. Yeah, that's true. I've done something to mess this up already. What about the big fat 2-1? 2-1. What's that one, 2? Then at least I feel better about putting that down there. It does end on a bit of a point sooner. But I don't exactly get the rounded off edge that I really want to do. Oh, everything's got to be just a little bit off size, isn't it? We're going to go back for the 4-1. Bring that into there. Climb back up. We're going to set this out just to look at it. If I could just grab the right ones, that'd be the right one. We're going to pop that out right there. We're going to look at it. That's on the wrong point. So we would need you. That's happening no matter what I do. Then I could bring it to a point right there. If said chose. Curious about that one, 'cause that will not work out. Doing what I thought it would do. Negative. How about the 3? Been told lies. Deep, dark, dirty lies. I don't like. Yep. Alright. Well, it appears just for the sake of that's how it's going to have to be. That's right there is what we're going to go with. I think we only get a 3 count out of those until we have to bring the other part down. Just to keep it happily curved like that. We're doing great things. Fabulous. And then from the picture it shows me here, it's 5 windows. Right about Chaw. And we're going to have to make sure we stay just ahead of that. Yeah. We're doing good enough, I think. And that might leave room for some little Turbo seats or something, maybe. I could probably get some regular person seats in there, and if we ever had friends. Could put friends in the plane. Does those fit? That would fit, technically. How much do those weigh, though? What am I looking at there? 30 kilograms. This does help to fill up the space. Because Trailmakers is weird about space. Is that you have to keep it used up. No, there it is. Okay, found it. I was concerned for a moment. You. Where is my front wheel on that? That's way up there in the front. That's farther front. So if I'm going to make it disappear, I'm going to have to get rid of that seat right there, and that's fine, because that's a lot of weight. But then we could fill that with some blocks of invisible, so we felt better about it. So before we get too far ahead of ourselves, let's get that done real quick. You go invisible now. And then... What? No! I hate you. Never mind. We'll work that out here in a second. We're not going to be able to get the wheel in the front like we want it. So let's just get it used up. Trying to think of how I want to do. This wheel is massive because it's not the right wheel I was looking for. That one. Go-karts. Down, down, right, left, up, down. I kind of want to have it like right there in a way. Just so it gets like that little bit further point that I want. And that being said, we might be able to do some tricky stuff. There is a will, there is a way. Don't start messing with me now. And it started messing with me. Okay. I'm not sure if it's going to be important for that thing to come back to lean. I don't know if it's going to catch if I try to bring it up right there. Too much. Much too much. You crazy, crazy wheel. We're just going to be doing things like that. This is going to cause problems. I already know. It's just too late for it. We're doing it anyway. Don't care. We will make that work. And it looks like that's going to be on that one with a toggle. Start position. Yep. Alright. How bad does that hurt? Nothing. That hurts nothing, and that is stupendous. We're already happy. Happy. That's great news. That's going to keep that looking good. Now we're going to go back to plan A, where we just take a whole bunch of 2x1s. These ones we are going to just make very clear to the rest of the world that they just need to be clear. And that will probably change later, and I go to paint it and I'll have to find them again, but it's okay. It's just for the sake of time being. Yeah. Can't see. Okay. That way. We're going down. And that way. And that way. And that way. We're going to bring an extra one out here. And we're going to see if we can fill in that dead space right there. Or it's just going to do things. Okay, I'm ready. That's... If it was more centered, it'd be great. But it is what things are. Where are my wings back there? Underneath the third window is where my wings are supposed to start. Help if I grabbed wings. And I just don't know. Right about yonder. Drag that out. Boom. Drag that one out. Fantasticals. Ailerons. Right forward. We'll figure out what to do with that back portion here in a bit. Still trying to see a good image of the back of the plane. Something's driving me nuts. We are going to go with you. One million times over here. Cool. Then I need to also put landing gear back there. Where are those coming out of? Alright. There's one of the pictures that I'm looking at on here of the plane. I swear to Jeebles, it's AI. Because it just does not feel right. Okay, we're going to go with one of you, and not that. One of you. We're going to kind of look. See which one feels better. I like this one more, but this one fills in the spot better. What a world we live in. Because it's not taller than the wing, and it doesn't look like it goes any lower than the wing when you look at them. I don't know. We're going to go with this one. Alright, all that's connected now. How are we looking back here? One of the best ways to deal with that is honestly using these, but I kind of don't want to. So how would we cheat that? That's massive. That's like a wing within itself. So is that one. Looks great. But it doesn't give us that spot up top. Yeah, that one looks awesome. But yet it still doesn't give us kind of what we're looking for. What about you? You're much too short to play in the NBA. Get out of here. Yeah, we're just gonna go with this. Dang it. We're just gonna stare at that for hours. Questioning ourselves and all the choices we've made. It's the same setup as the last plane. Because it's just a super upgraded model. We've got to figure out what to do with the words I don't ever know how to use. Liking that more. I know there's that one other curved piece, but you know, I use that one all the time. I use that one in my car builds even. That is a bit much. I'm liking the way that is. That's making me happy. And it looks like we're going to have to bring that same setup off back there. We still haven't done the engines yet. Okay, that is that. You guys are set up right about yarp. But am I happy with it? Probably not. Probably definitely not today. Make the clicky noises happen. Yeah. You go on right there. It's fantastical. I had a decision in my head about this that sounded great. That's what it was. I know what it is now. We're going to add some girth to it. Yucky. Okay, yeah, alright. Now, I like where your head's at now. You're getting this figured out. I swear to dog Loki. You will survive something. Beautiful, beautiful. Send it forward. Flip it around that way. Rock it backward. And now, that's horrible. That is horrible. What have I done? Alright, let's try that one. Looking at it. And flip that one that way. It just fills in the wing better. It just does. We'll take that one over there, and then we'll use this one for this underside. Groovy. We're still doing groovy things. And now, take that one down. And we need a part that does a magic trick. And that's going to be you. Right about there. Not that. Go the red way. Let you join up with the toggles of the 90-degree universe. coffee is good. Don't let your parents tell you different. It is tasty stuff. That's two for... I'm kind of thinking we're going to build a little bit of a box here. To kind of hide that tire once we get it up in the air. Which way are you going? No, we want you to go forward, actually. Yes, we do. That way we don't have to build that much more behind you. But we're going to anyway. That's just how it works out sometimes. Yep, don't like it. Dang it. Okay, send that one. Kind of want to change those out to be a nice fluid angle right there. So we're going to go back to a 3 and try to effectively remember everything we've done on that side and bring it over. Which we have failed at. Part, give it. Great. Send it. Even better. Now trying to remember everything we've done over here. Bring it across. That's that. Glorious. So everything I'm doing should line up. In theory. I'm going to get rid of that one. Because we want a shape that fills it in more. And it might just be the 2x1-ish. Yeah. It's way too big. But I want those tires to, the rear ones to kind of disappear a little bit more. So we're just gonna, you know, do the right thing. Kind of do that with them. Is that gonna fit there? No. You know, it'd be so cool if we had little curvy pieces to fill that in, wouldn't it? I'd be so sold, but I'm not sold. Is that far right there? Man, why you gotta do this? Where's... Ugh. Alright. I want to send everything forward just so I'm not getting into the ordeal of having that little space of air resistance in there. And I'm gonna get it anyway, aren't I? Man, come on. So that goes there now. Stop it. I think I need the 3 block right there. You live there now, you live there now. I like you. What was my problem with this? That's a 4. That's the problem. So we've got the 3 blocks for a reason. We're just going to do the same thing right there. Bring that one, and then do that. And then that should tuck into that spot pretty well. Get rid of you. You're cool. Get rid of you. Just guessing. You guys got to match up with the other side. What did I say right there? What did I say? Everything's fine. We're not going to panic right now. Too early. That's right. We need the 3-fer. I'm going to get you. Great, grand, wonderful. You go there. Need to tuck you in a little bit tighter. One, 2, 3. Is that right? That doesn't feel right. We're going to figure that out here in just a second. No, that must be right. Okay. You're a 4. A little dang old. That's looking pretty snazzy. I'm just still trying to figure out how I want to finish out that piece. That's incorrect. Kind of thinking about just taking these fellas, but they don't fit. That doesn't fit right because I don't have anything that's small for another one. Buckets and buckets of lies and hatred and pain. I'm at a loss of this voodoo. I can just slam these ones in the bottom, call it a day. It just makes me unhappy. Come on. I don't like that. It lines up, but it adds that like little port right there. That's just gonna be what it is. It's just that doesn't fit. Need a whole bunch of these. Just gonna guess I'm doing the right thing here. Oh, there it is. You know what helps this plane fly? Jets. That is 100% of what would help this plane fly right now. Cool. I left that spot right there for some jetted power. All right, those are a bit... Those are just massive. Way too big. It's the power I want. That'd be lovely to have that much power. But that is not what we're getting. You, 300. You are 250, but size. You might allow me to actually build something kind of around you. Just put another one in front. It's gonna be you guys. Gonna have to be. Is this really the best I can do? We will find out. Stay there. I think I probably could have hid some more propulsion inside. Yeah, we're going to end that at a 2. Because that doesn't hide that at all. And that's no fun. That's not going to hold you there. For Pete's pickles. I think that's the only spot we use those. Yeah, it is. Thank goodness. Let's... Just some flat... Because on the actual plane, it does... the intakes do show on the front of it. But we don't have small enough jets here to be doing that. Don't really like it. So we're going to slap some flat pieces on it. For the time being. That'll hold them together. We're going to take some of these to the outside, I think. Doing great things on that. That makes me happy. Covers that up. And I am going to see... So that makes that stick. Boom. Looks horrible. I need to figure out more of a curve thing. I could probably take some of those empty blocks out and shove some more jet power in there so I can ensure we get off the ground. Back wheels are looking a little short. This will hide once I pull them up. In fact, how does that connect? Kind of like the idea of that. Bringing them back a little. I just messed this up. I know I just messed this up. Because those 90s are going to only fold it so far. Man. It'll look good enough. I just suppose. First test flight. Are we going to get off the ground? Just. I could probably actually add more wing to that. Yes. I could add more wing to it for sure. Pretty nose heavy. Get out of the pond. We ain't playing. But beyond that, I'm feeling pretty good about the way it looks. We're going to go in and touchdown there. And once again, I'm not using any other parts to get out of it. I don't like the way you look, though. We're changing it. I can't. we are going to... I'm upset because I really wanted the intake look right there. But not being able to keep them round is just bothering me. A little much. Too much. So what we're going to do is right about yarp. All three of you guys need to go right about yay. So make you two stick together, right? I don't know, let's sort that out. So I could probably pull some of those off because you can't really see in there right there. Let's see if it'll still fly. I need the curvy pieces, the little ones. And I know, yeah. Okay, you guys should be able to hide the fact that you are what you are. And we might have to go out one more. Staring at plane. Yeah, because those actually rise up a little bit. Ooh, that might be great news. That just might be some of the best news for us. So that kind of allows for something like that to happen. We're gonna go forward one more. That will get us in there. Do that. Space. Space. Good. Yeah. That's supposed to be out by one more. I did the thing where I didn't pay attention to what I was doing. Yep. Okay. I see what I've done. All the wrong things. Yes. Yes. How'd I do it on that side? Okay. We're gonna go forward one and back one, or back two, even. I don't think these are sticking at all to it. No, they're not. Where is that guy? Great. That will curve into that. And what we're going to do here is make it up as we go. Okay. Not happy with how that is, but they're all... I still don't like it. For all the right reasons, I still don't like it. Is everything still panicking over here? It is. You need to go away. You know, if I took... Those jets are like very large, but a much smaller intake. So there is a chance that if I wanted to, I could make like a larger looking intake work right there. And just, that's as big as those other engines. Anyway, I could make a larger looking intake work, but then it would just be pretty much fake because there's no room to build inside there. But then I could turn a couple of these this way just so it gave me that intake look at the front of it. And just shut them off. I don't know. Gear up. Yeah, that barely even goes anywhere. Just like the last time I built one of these, the nose just dives. Can't turn once I'm on the ground. Should have thought about that. But stop rolling. Rude. We like it. Right there. But that doesn't hide what I want it to hide. And I find that very frustrating. So we'll just take our one cylinder. That thing is not a one. It's because that is in the wrong department. What was I doing? That's the one. I don't like the way the jets look. Everything else I'm pretty happy with right now, but these things are just horribly bad. I'll throw in the massive ones just so I can look at it. And yeah, because none of these jets, there's medium, or they're small, really small, then ginormous. Not sold on that. Do those hide better? Yeah, they get all the way in there. Now we go flat. I like that. Landing gear is even looking pretty good. Pretty sold on it. I could possibly go back a little bit further on the engines. Yeah, we can go back one more on them engines, I think. That might help out with the balance of what we got going on. I can't lift. I couldn't lift. Weird. Can we actually go back one more? No, we can't. You're gonna blink naughty thing at me, aren't you? That is an excruciatingly painful, sad day there. But why do you have to mess with me, game? is no top-down view. So for the sake of just getting her done, we'll do that. And I am not mad at that. To be honest, we are not. Is that there? Okay. Then we'll do that just because we can. I'm liking it more and more. I keep bringing it up here. Is no lift. I think I should put flappy wings on it. Oh, the wheels are still peaking. That's fine. I'm just curious if I changed those back flaps into wings. It'd give me a little bit more lift in the rear end, so it would stop nosediving. But I think I ran into a problem with it on the A500 that was giving me fits. But we're about out of time here, so we're going to do it really quick. See how it changes things. Small, flappy wings. That should actually help with lift. It's doing that thing again. I am the cursed one. Okay, that should allow me to get more lift, right? Wow, okay. That's doing what it's supposed to back there. But it's giving me just a lot of lift. Alright, whoops, put my wheels down. Alright, flaps. As soon as I release the flaps, it kind of starts to peak down. We're going to change the angle on those, is what we're going to do. So let's look at the flight angle here. And we could easily cut that in half, couldn't we? I think we may have found it. Boom. Skadoosh. Angle 15. Come on. No, let's go a little bit less. Let's do a 12.5. I am feeling it now. Flaps down. Or hitting the flaps. Pulling back. Nope, not enough. Why does it feel like they flipped back the correct direction? We're going to go up to 19 because it just stopped flat on that and I feel good. Button. Okay, now we can actually see the changed. Gear goes up. Plane does not. Wow. Because they started at 30 and it was too much. It felt like it was way too much. Unless it just takes time for it to actually get there. It's all good news. How about give me a repair first? Okay, flaps are activated. I think we're at a 23 right now. And as long as I can just like maintain flight with some actual control, I feel better about it, because I don't really mind the angle of that. It's not correct at all. Oh, come on. That's bad news. Alright. Last thing. We're going to get rid of all those. We're going to turn you to flappies. But as far as you guys are concerned, we're going to make you that and that. All flaps down. Go up. Then we can actually get lift out of this thing. For sure. It goes up. Then we can actually kill the lift of the plane. How are we hanging in there? Yeah, as soon as I let go, we go down. It's way too much. Why can't you just soar like the bird I want you to be? We'll do that. But since you're on the back, switch that. Not quite. We're gonna hit that little tower. Flaps are going the wrong way. Wow, I thought I flipped those the other direction. Oh my gosh. Alright, flaps. Okay, that should be correct. Gears up. Still not maintaining level flight. Wrong button. Oh, as soon as I release that, it's just nose down. This is horrible. But it's built. I'm not sold on the engines. I blame a lot of it on those just giving me fits. I'm wondering if I just locked one in, just one, at 30, if it'd give me enough to maintain actual flight. Because as soon as I pop it, wow. That was horrifying. Yeah, we choose you. We're going to pick you up to 30, the way you were in the beginning. But you're the only one. And you're going to hold your position, whether the other ones like it or not. So that being said, and now that one just doesn't move. And we're kind of down with that. Gear up. Drop those other two. Oh my gosh. You feel it so fast. Pop it. Whoop. And the other ones are locked in at 23. That one's at 30. It's tempting just to raise those up just so I can get some level flight out of it. It doesn't fly too bad as long as those flaps are in the right position. Landing is just scary. Stop. That. And now all of them are just locked in. I don't really mind how the plane looks. Kind of gotten over it at this point. Got a good flight angle here. Landing is going to be something to be desired. But I've got just a little bit more control in it. And that's always good. Gears down. Having a moment. Amazed I didn't explode. Kind of happy with how the gear is on this. It's pretty close. It's the expectancy of when the gear goes up. But yeah, you know, feeling pretty good about this plane. Don't mind it. Pretty happy. Let's do a white with a... Whoa, that's a bit too excessive. We're going to take these and just line them across the bottom. Come on. Do that right about there. So I don't have to see the bottoms of anything, and that's fine. It added weight. I'm over it. Come on. Oh yeah, one of those really important things. Should save it every now and then. Well, I tried to put the smaller jets on there. I'm going to demand that Trailmakers... What is going on? I forgot to put my flaps up. Ugh. Alright. That is my fault. Keep on forgetting what buttons I'm supposed to be pushing and whatnot. Anyway, I'm pretty happy that I like that. I think we're looking pretty good. Flaps. Very nice. Gear goes up. Looks pretty good. If you're not using, you know, gyros and stuff, it flies kind of flat. Not at all. It does not fly flat. It just constantly wants more lift. Which is okay, I guess, if you want to ride an airplane at the feeling that you're constantly going upward. But your altitude really isn't changing that much. Probably could have been solved with one of those servos that you put in there that would keep it pointed up and centered. I'm not going to dive that hard into it. I think it looks nice. A little bit that way, a little bit that way, a little bit this way. Alright. There you go, kiddo. Adam A700. If anyone has any ideas for any other planes that you want to build, let me know. Throw them into the chat. Throw them into my YouTube channel. Same name, same places. I got to get out of here and go make some dinner for some family members. But I've been looking at some old World War II planes that were just failures. And I kind of want to build them. But if you know what they are, you know what they are. We'll check on you later. Have fun. Thanks for hanging out. Bye.